All right, In This Heart. I think this one can be a real showstopper if we can all get together on the same message and the timings. The key to this one is going to be learning it off by heart, because the timing is very fluid and you need to be able to watch me. There were times when I'm desperately trying to get a move in, particularly at the end for the last My Loves, and you're anticipating it and I have to give in to you. And that's not what I want to do. I don't like giving in to you. I'm in control. So off paper as soon as you can for this one, please, so that we can really mold the feeling and make sure that we've got freedom within that. If you know the words and the notes, then I can direct the timing on the day. Unfortunately, we didn't get a complete recording of this song from Youngerborough, but what I've done is probably just as well, because we hadn't really got the interp right there. So what I've done is I've made a new learning tracks for this one and a video showing you the mood that I want throughout this one. So you can watch that, and I really just practice along with that one. One thing to note is, because I wanted to get the sense of freedom and timing in there, I haven't got a metronome. So normally I'll have a metronome going in my ears just to keep it in time, so that I can then match all the other tracks, because it's actually really hard learning, layering the tracks on top of each other. And it's really hard when there's no timing and no conductor, because I've got to try and remember exactly how I did the other times. So there's a couple of bits that are out, but not enough to make it, to ruin it. So what do you need to know? Verse 1, sopranos and altos only. This will be the most free of all the verses in terms of the timings. So you'll have to watch me to really get through this verse. The tone is loving, but it's neither optimistic nor sad. So we're not beaming, but we're not tragic yet. It's just expressive. The main two things to look out for are the short pickup on a lark and the notation of only to you. So you've got in this heart lies for you a lark. I'll probably have quite a big gap after for you a lark. Really quick on a lark, and then a lark born only for you, who sings only to you. So it's that bit that we're trying to move too quickly on. Who sings only to you. Okay. My love. There's every time except for the second verse, which is new since camp, every time there is a my love, my love, my love. There is a breath in between each of the loves. The timing is different each time, but there is a breath there. The only time that doesn't happen is at the end of verse 2, when we sing my love, my love, my love. So we don't breathe between the second and the third one. Verse 2, sopranos and altos are together and tenors and basses together. Basses, I'm going to be really picky with this song. If you cannot nail the tenor part in your upper register, I need you to not sing. I can't have a third harmony going on yet. The way this song works is layer by layer by layer by layer. So if we have even just some notes wrong, we have people drifting off into a third harmony, it's going to ruin the effect. So if you are not convinced you can learn the tenor part for the first 2 verses and then the bass part for verse 4 and 5, just enjoy the sound and come in on verses 4 and 5, because I don't want to have to tell you can't do it, but I will. Just saying. And all in your higher voices if you're going to do it. The mood in this verse should start to convey some despair and begin to hint at a heartbreak. So it's a bit of a change of mood in this one. Verse 3, same voicing as verse 2, so same applies to the basses, but I really want you to dig deep at the start of this verse. You'll see in the video I've got really ugly face going on at this point. There's a bit of a Elvis kind of sneer going on in one of these, but that's because I'm really emotional. I'd rather look stupid and emotional than boring. It's your choice. So I want you to dig deep to convey the sense of grief through the long notes of my and grief, so they feel slow and heavy and like you can't get out of them. So let's go. This is my grief for you. So So they're carefully placed and they are heavy. This is my grief for you. You can hear the grief. We're taking our time. Grief for you. So really labour those. But then we pick it up slightly. For only the loss of you, the hurting of you. So the entry into the hurting of you is fairly quick back in. But this is agonising. This is the tearjerker. But as they don't, the audience kind of presuming that someone has passed away. They're not sure what's happening. So this is where verse 4 comes in. So we hear the basses for the first time down in that bass note. Basses, make sure you're really sure of your entry so that we can get your bass notes in there. There are rays on the weather. Need to really hear that bottom A there. Be beautiful. This mood is much more optimistic. And confident. So this is a change now from the one before. There is silver lining on the clouds. Yep. And your love, clearly is not dead. They're just absent. So there's a bit of optimism again here. You are waiting and they're coming rather than waiting and they're never coming back. The tempo is going to pick up through the section when we get to Soon These Tears, and it's going to stay slightly faster for the rest of the song. There are rays on the weather. Soon these tears will have cried. All loneliness have died. My love, etc. And then into verse 5. Again, it's actually quite a quick pickup after my love. My love, my love, my love, I will have you with me. So now you're there. The love is coming back, and when they come, you are going to give them an embrace, and you are never going to let go emotionally. You might have to let go physically. You just want them there in your arms. That's the goal. You should feel that love surrounding someone. This needs to be overwhelming with love, this verse. The pickup is quite quick, as I said. Then we're going to back off on the words after only for you. So we've got in my arms only for you are only my love, my love, my love. So it's back to really rich ending. You must, in capital letters, watch me for the timing of the last lots of my loves, because it will be different and it will be slow and there'll be more space than you want to give it. And don't anticipate me and force me to bring you in earlier. Super, I really look forward to hearing that one all together.